कित्याक आनी एक गोष्ट म्हणजे I would like the media to know that there are a lot of people also playing mischief in terms of spreading all sorts of viral information of beds outside the casualty. Now somebody takes a picture from some other state and makes it viral. So this should not be encouraged. Our doctor, guard president is also here. All our doctors are working hard. And तुमका एक सांगता की आमचे डॉक्टर बी खूप पॉझिटिव्ह जावंक लागले आणि आमचे गार्डचे प्रेसिडेंट हांगा मुद्दम तांकां आयज आमंत्रण केलां इतलेच खातीर ते आयिल्ले म्हाका मेळपाक की ही परिस्थिती आहा म्हणजे लोकांनी खंय तरी गरज पडल्यारूच भायर वचपाची गरज आसा. सरकारान सगळे कडचे अशें मनान लावन वचूं न्हय. सरकार करता आपल्या रितीन कितें करूंक जाय तें. त्याच बरोबर आमचे जेन्ना डॉक्टर पॉझिटिव्ह आतांच आमी चर्चा करताले की हे जे इन्फेक्टिव्हिटीचे रेट आहा हे चड इन्फेक्टिव्ह अशें व्हायरस आमकां दिसता. आमचे डीन आहा डॉक्टर DH हे सगळे राज्य मुख्यमंत्री बी आयिल्ले हांव बी आशिल्लो म्हापशाचे हांगा मडगांव डिस्ट्रिक्ट हॉस्पिटलान ऑक्सिजनाचे लेवल पळोवपाक. वॉट हॅज हॅपन्ड इज दॅट इफ यू गो टू सी द रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ ऑक्सिजन सो आय हॅव एक्चुअली आस्क्ड आवर डॉक्टर्स टू डू अ ग्राफिकल presentation to me so that I can analyze in an analytical format exactly to analyze where I was last year and where I am at this moment compared to the cases that were there last year, mortality, what is the way it is picking up, and also second thing is that as a health minister I have been discussing with the chief minister also, we have been discussing with the chief secretary health, the dean, director DHS is what is the best way forward. But let me tell you one thing. As far as remdesivir is concerned, as minister in charge with FDA, I have put strict restrictions on every order that goes out of the state of Goa to be intimated to the government. Same time, we have said that the requirement of remdesivir compared to last year is much more this year. Number of people on remdesivir, we are getting calls from different parts for remdesivir. So same time, we are maintaining a minimum inventory of about 5,000 to 10,000 vials. आमकां आठवड्याक एक कमीत कमी 1000 ते 1200 वायल्स आमकां लागता. केन्ना केन्ना 800 लागतात. पण हे 1200चो एव्हरेज धरल्यार आमकां कमीत कमी 5 ते 6000 वायल्स आमकां जाय इन अ मंथ. Yes, in a month. So basically we are trying to keep an inventory, minimum inventory. We have told one of the factories in Goa that they have to keep a minimum inventory compulsorily of about 10,000 vials, and as a result of which we will to ensure that आमचे गोंयचे लोक आणि our citizens of the state and people undergoing treatment in the state of Goa for COVID, we don't run short of remdesivir. As I am speaking to you, I have received more than 15-20 calls for beds and other things. We are trying our best to see how we can provide best quality service to the people suffering from COVID. The rate and the graph is going higher and higher. And it's not only in Goa, it's all over the country. If you see the spike is going up. We expect, after talking to a lot of experts, they say the next couple of days, months, we don't know. A lot of people, we can say that it is a spike that may go up and come down, but we don't know where it will come down and how it will come down. Along with it, it will take away a lot of people if we do not take all measures and put all measures in place. And hence, as a result of which, we are seeing that as far as Maxiva, the tocilizumab म्हणून आमचे इकडे एक इंजेक्शन आशिल्ली ते आय शॉर्ट सप्लाय ना. Tocilizumab म्हणून the injection, that also I have told Dean has to procure that injection and the medicine, keep, because we need all types of medication that we were using. Whatever best we can do for the patients and to see that we don't run short of any medication in the Goa Medical College. 121 was a bed ward which was generally used for non-COVID patients. I've converted that, dismantled it and made it into a COVID ward because we are running short of rooms. Everybody is running to Goa Medical College because they feel that we give good service and good facilities. And our doctors are doing a phenomenal job. All our doctors, members of the guard, our consultants, our doctors, they are working day and night to save people's lives. Many times family members feel that we are not getting. I was getting a call yesterday that I want to know what's the status of my husband. Some doctors don't have time today to talk to that extent because they are already working on saving everybody's life. Every time there is a call or something being exchanged between somebody or the other. So basically what is happening is that everybody is anxious because they don't know what's happening. to them, and this is really taking a toll on people. There are young people also admitted in Goa Medical College. 122 was a ward which was a cardiothoracic ward for people for rehab, means after the surgery to recoup. That was the ward which we had taken earlier. Now 121 forcefully we are putting 121 also ward, which is similar to 122. Immediately from today, I have requested Dean that you please do this, because there are a lot of people coming, and tomorrow along with Secretary Health and myself, we are having a meeting with the Dean, DHS, Director, Dr. Disa, Dr. Bandekar, myself, Secretary Health, Ravi Dhawan, and the collectors North, South, along with all the private hospitals, because in many states they put a percentage on the number of beds. We have to increase the number of percentage of beds in private hospitals. There is no question of everybody deciding what they want to do. Nobody should come to try to put pressure on the government. Ultimately, every hospital has to pitch in order to see that we are able to deal with this type of crisis. Government, yes, government is doing its best. We are trying to increase our oxygen capacity, trying to see that we have roped in all the companies. We have told one of the companies, Scoop, which was providing oxygen to us, to help us out for a bit and to take care of Goa Medical College, because its requirement from Goa Medical College itself is very high. Similarly, we have asked Goan by Raiturkar and another company to see that they take care of the hospitals in South. So we need to split up all this. Piyush Goyal ji is on record to say that no oxygen for industrial purpose at the moment, divert it towards healthcare and health services and for COVID management. Ultimately, this is the way forward, and we have to ensure that first priority should be given for health, for the health of the people of the state of Goa, for the hospitals, oxygen should be utilized, then other things we can decide how to take it forward. Now from the media, we require people, appeal to the people is to come forward, people who are eligible to donate plasma. Plasma is something that we want to start using, we are using, but we need more plasma. If people can come forward and donate plasma, nothing like it, because that will help in saving more lives. As far as our experience in Goa is concerned, that our experience with remdesivir, plasma and all these combinations that they used, was success rate was pretty good, and we want to use whatever we are possible in moving forward. Dean has already been told to get the new genome sequencing machine. I don't know when it is coming, but once it comes, we'll know exactly what strain we are dealing with. It accordingly we'll move forward. I was talking to the guard president just now, because I was also in the secretariat clearing so many things. My only thing is that all the media today, we need to be, I don't say that as a government some things don't go wrong, but I don't think anything is going wrong. There are people on the bare floor, there are people on the trolley. What do you want me to do? I as health minister cannot raise my hands up. I have to accept that this is a fact, but don't put false pictures of people and show some pictures white dot. These young doctors are working at their cost. They have just come to tell me we need accommodation, because in the hostel, they cannot stay in the hostel because they require a separate hotel to be taken by the government, so that they are infected doctors can be there under isolation, because they cannot be in the doctor's hostel. And our government will do that. The Chief Minister, Dr. Pramod Sawant, myself have been in constant touch with each other, and I will talk to him just now and see that this is done properly, so that the doctors also have the sense of security, so that they are taken care of. We can't say you're infected, so you get isolated, go somewhere. Where will you go? He has to be taken care of by the administration. Wherever we have facilities, yesterday also you must have noticed, today I have spoken to Honorable Chief Minister, whatever posts we required for the South Goa District Hospital, please sanction all those posts, specific technical posts given, so that we can ask GPSC on a fast track recruit doctors, more doctors, because generally people prefer, MBBS doctors prefer a regular post, so that we can utilize the doctors during COVID. I really don't know, after talking to experts globally, how long this second peak and how long this second thing will realize. Yesterday I was going through and talking to people from the US, talking to doctors from different parts who I know personally, epidemiologists also who have presented papers. They have been saying that this is a discussion that is going on. They really cannot. If you see the German Prime Minister, or they are talking about a lockdown in Germany. Not a lockdown exactly in Germany. They are talking about restrictions, strict restrictions to be implemented. Same way, I think every country is going through this phase of the way the peak is going on. We here in Goa are fortunate that we are a small state. Our doctors are doing a fantastic job day and night. Yesterday, I must give credit to our collectors South, our Dean, our Dr. Disa, our Dr. Deepa, who is the medical superintendent there, because they were standing there and getting all this oxygen and everything connected and seeing that everything is in proper shape and order. Today, because we have such committed team, I must say, including our secretary, Dr. Bandekar, Dr. Disa, and many of them, and all these young doctors who are there, the guard president and his whole team, and all our senior doctors, everybody is under a lot of pressure. Everybody is under a lot of pressure. The requirement of oxygen, I have never imagined that this much of oxygen will be required. But I spoke to Madam Shailaja, K.K. Shailaja, who is the Health Minister of Kerala. She allowed me movement of another 20 liters of liquid oxygen. She has said whatever is required from the government of Kerala can support, they will support, so that we are able to overcome this crisis. According to me and according to our conversation yesterday with the doctors in presence of the doctors, I just wanted to know exactly what would be the future forecast of oxygen. Future forecast is double. Exactly double of what we are using today. Is that much oxygen that will be required. So we need to make more arrangements. We need to see from where all we can get oxygen. I was told there are some companies like JSW and Linde and all in Bellary district who have the oxygen supply, their industrial oxygen that can be diverted, and they can give us this liquid oxygen and we can put it in tankers and bring it here. In addition to this, every facility is being made available to the people of the state of Goa. There should not be any panic. Only appeal to the people is that if there are symptoms, I must give an example. I tested so many people in my own factory, I tested so many people in my own office. Out of 70 people, 18 were positive. I just did it randomly. I did my test also yesterday. I did antigen RT-PCR yesterday, I was negative. That's my 67th test. Because every time I meet somebody, that fellow turns out to be positive. Somebody comes and meets you and he says, okay sir, please, I have become positive. So then you have to check yourself because you should not infect somebody else. But if people have any symptoms and all, and if a lot of people I've seen, I must share with you, there are instances where people, in spite of being positive, are moving around. They don't want to be under isolation. And this is spreading the virus. And this virus is very infective. This strain which we are seeing is very infective. And as a result, we have to be all careful, wear masks and other things. I've just removed my mask and telling the media just so that I can speak properly. All day I've been sitting in the mask, rather than get breathless in this. Otherwise, mask is the only solution and the way forward. Mask, social distancing, all this we keep saying, but it's up to us. But just to give you security is, we have got all our medication and other things all in order. Luckily, we had procured sufficient number of ventilators and so many things in the past, HFNO machines, everything is in order. We have to increase oxygen beds, like I have told the Dean. We need to have more oxygen beds in the state of Goa. And I think we are pretty comfortable at the moment. Comfortable means not comfortable in terms of beds and other things, because we need to again augment more oxygen supply so that all the 550 beds in the South Goa District Hospital can be done. The collector is on it, Secretary Health is on it. Tomorrow we will have a meeting with private hospitals to ask them that compulsorily that many beds they will have to give. The reason is the private hospitals cannot shy away from the responsibility, and whole country the private hospitals are playing a role in helping us. Private hospitals and the government doctors and hospitals together, I think we'll be able to combat the menace of COVID-19. I strongly believe that the media's role is very important today to create awareness among the people, more awareness that they should immediately come. They should not just say it's a flu. Even if they feel slight body ache or anything, they should go and get themselves tested. Like Honorable Chief Minister said yesterday, we had already procured 3 machines of Roche. I have told the Dean to procure another 2 machines of Roche. I think today in the meeting they have taken it up. At any cost, the word given by the Chief Minister of 500,000 testing per day has to be met. And we are at the moment at around 3,000, 3,000 plus. But our backlog is also there. We are trying to overcome the backlog. We have got a backlog of nearly about 3,000 tests per day, and the backlog of 3,000 tests at the moment. The reason the backlog is because more and more people are testing, and we are also doing contact tracing, and all these things put together, the backlog is there. We need to be, like what the Chief Minister said, at 5,000. If we are at 5,000, cases also are going to be more proportionately, more beds will be required. Ponda Hospital, I have already put on note that ESIC Hospital to be a COVID hospital, South Goa District Hospital to be a COVID hospital. Shiroda CMS said that will be a COVID care center. Shamakpura Krishna Stadium we have taken, and Ponda Hospital will be a COVID hospital. So with this, I think our teams will be in place. We want more doctors also. I have told the Dean, and I am telling in direct details, both in presence of the media, whatever the requirement is to put to the government so that we can get more and more resources to help our existing set of doctors that are there. And it is very important for us to understand that in the state of Goa, we are one of the only states where I told you last time also that IL-6, D-dimer and all the other protocols I've told them, I've given the written protocols in place. Do it as much as per the protocol, every 72 hours they're supposed to repeat this test so that they're able to overcome the cytokine storm. And in order to overcome the cytokine storm, you need the best of labs to be made available in the hospital so that they are able to accordingly diagnose what is the manner in which they can deal with that patient. Patient to patient it varies. And also the volume of oxygen is going up every day. So if we say that today we have got X number of oxygen in terms of whatever that measurement that they say is available in the state of Goa, I don't think that will be the figure till tomorrow. There will be a different figure tomorrow. And people of Goa need to understand, young generation needs to understand is stop partying, stay at home. This is not the time for you to party. This is a serious situation in the state, in the country. Clubs, we see that people are without face masks, without masks, nothing, everybody jumping around the place. Action should be taken against such clubs. Because today I speak as a very passionately as the health minister of the state of Goa, because the load is increasing on the health sector, load is increasing on the doctors, and parents of these young children and young parents must try to keep their children in the house rather than send them for parties. Every weekend we see on the beach, in Morchim and in many other areas, it seems to be a free flow party everywhere. And as a result, this is affecting more people. Infectivity is increasing. This virus, as we have already said, is an infective virus. It is infecting more compared to last year. And as a result, we all must take care. And once again, to the media, I would like to appeal to people to come forward to donate plasma. This will definitely help in saving people's lives. And like Chief Minister said, everything, I was with the Chief Minister yesterday, whatever he has said, we will be following to the T and ensuring that we are trying our best, and we will do our best to see that the mortality rate reduces so that we can save more lives, and in a timed manner, in a proper manner, with a proper thorough SOP and protocol, we will be able to move forward and fight COVID-19. Thank you.
How many beds you propose to open up in the private sector, private hospitals?
Tomorrow we are having a meeting with them. I think at least 40% of the beds should be given to us.
From all hospitals?
And another thing, there was a problem last time. I spoke to my colleague minister in another state, in Karnataka, and another state I had spoken, Mr. Hemant Biswal in Assam. He said last time when we requisitioned the hospital, they gave the hospital and everybody disappeared. We don't want that. We want that they should be under the collector. That many beds should be made available in those respective hospitals. It has to be monitored by the collector. Yeah, obviously. We don't have manpower to give anybody. We are ourselves trying to increase our manpower and move forward.
So at the moment, how many beds in the private hospitals?
No, I am suggesting tomorrow is the meeting. I am saying I feel that there should be at least 40%.
But don't you think this is a bit too late? Like in government should have...
Why should it be stupid? We have got beds. But I am saying in private hospital, people all don't opt for a government hospital. No? Why should it be stupid on the part of the government? Goa government is one of the government which is doing.
I said too late. I said too late for
India.
government to act.
Why should it be late? I still have beds. I've got Ponda hospital also if I need. But I have now removed.
As I see, I think government must have got the input.
No, we should not be discussing. This like that. If we go to discuss and debate today, there are a lot of things to debate. The way, if you look at the curve, the way it is going, it is not something. I, as a minister, also have to see that I give the maximum respect to all the doctors. All these young doctors are working day and night. I have seen them. I can vouch for their work that they do because I have seen them that they do. And you know that I believe in the system. I have put my own parents when they had COVID in the hospital because I believe in the doctors there. But what you are saying, there has to be a time. I am saying there should be a time for it. You see, what you are saying, at the moment my problem is not that. At the moment, we are having a discussion with them. If they have today 16 beds or 20 beds, they should make it 40 beds. Is what I am asking. I am not asking. Tomorrow we are having a meeting. So what they agree to, there will be a common consensus because there are a lot of people who opt for those hospitals.
What is the daily requirement of oxygen?
Exact analysis we have not done. कितने लागतले आमकां exactly?
Now the
Trolley.
GMC almost takes 45 trolleys per day. The earlier requirement without COVID was about
Quantum.
6 to 10.
Quantum.
Huh?
Quantum. Cubic.
One trolley is 150 cylinders. It is
One trolley is 336
cubic meter. So it contains 150 cylinders. So such 45 trolleys are required in GMC itself. The earlier requirement we used to use 8 to 10 per day. So see how much is the increase? 4 times, 4.5 times. The South Goa district, the requirement of trolleys is almost 18 trolleys per day.
18 now.
Yeah.
Expected to go to
How you
25.
are getting it? From where you are getting
आम्ही
it?
हांगा आम्ही सध्या डीन आशिल्लो आम्ही सगळे आयज गोविंद पै रायतुरकाराक सांगला की साऊथ गोवाचे ते पळय 2-3 हॉस्पिटल स्कुपाक थोडे दिला गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेज आणि वेर्ना एक युनिट ते एक घातल्या कुंकुलीचो एक प्लांट आशिल्लो तो बी चालू केला पण तेका ते हे आहा ते फॅसिलिटीजांतल्यान आम्ही हे करता प्लस स्कुपान लिक्विड ऑक्सिजन काल त्यांनी हांगासर केरळाचेर हाडला थंयचे टँकर तांकां लागता ते लिक्विड ऑक्सिजन भरून थंयच्यान हाडपाक म्हणजे आमी प्रत्येक कडेन आमची चर्चा चल्ल्या कारण देशभरान आयजच्या दिसा ऑक्सिजनाचो शॉर्ट सप्लाय आहा आणि ही परिस्थिती आनी बिकट जावपाची आहा
तुम्ही सांगा की जे डॉक्टर्स पॉझिटिव्ह तांकां हॉटेल्स
हें करूंक जाय न्ही तांकां
डॉक्टर्स सध्या पॉझिटिव्ह हा गोंयांत
आमच्या सगळ्या गोंयाचे सांगूंक शकना सध्या तेंचे टिमींतल्याच 5 डॉक्टर जातात परत पॉझिटिव्ह जाल्यार
जीएमसी
हा
जीएमसी
हय
What is the remdesivir requirement and do we have enough stock in
We have enough stock. I am keeping minimum inventory of 10,000 wires at any given.
What has been the requirement?
Requirement can go anywhere between 800 to 1200 a week. And it's increasing, it's not decreasing.
महाराष्ट्राने गोव्याला संवेदनशील ठरवलंय आणि ते गोव्यातला महाराष्ट्रात जाणार त्याच्यासाठी चाचणी कंपल्सरी केली.
तुम्ही ते मागच्या वेळी बी विचारलं
नाही आता केली त्यांनी आता एसओपी काढली.
काय काढून काय केलं
गोव्यातनं जे कोण महाराष्ट्रात जाते त्यांना RT-PCR कंपल्सरी आहे. मग गोवा अजून किती
पूर्वी बी
वेळा-
होतं
नाही आता त्यांनी कंपल्सरी केलंय. काल पुन्हा एसओपी काढली
काय म्हणून
की गोवा, चंदीगड, दिल्ली आणि उत्तराखंड अशी 5 राज्य त्यांनी संवेदनशील म्हणून हे केली आणि गोव्याचं म्हणजे गोव्याला त्यांनी संवेदनशील ठरवलं की इथनं जाणारे लोक असतील तर
म्हणजे
त्यांना-
तिथे जाऊन करायचं
तिथं जायचं असेल तर करायला लागेल त्यांना.
48 hours prior.
आय हॅव टू डू हिअर इन माय स्टेट
48 hours prior.
माय स्टेट दॅट वॉज नॉर्मल इन एनी केस
They have listed
नाही, नाही.
Goa as a sensitive origin.
आय थिंक उद्धव ठाकरेला गोव्याकडे काहीतरी अलर्जी झाली असणार उद्धव ठाकरेला तुम्ही मेसेज पाठवायला पाहिजे तुम्ही बाय महाराष्ट्राचे आहे तुम्ही जरा त्यांना सांगा जरा असं करू नका म्हणून त्यांचे महाराष्ट्राचे जास्तीत जास्त लोक गोव्यामध्ये राहिलेत आम्ही केलेलं नाही आतापर्यंत आणि
तेच तुम्ही आणखी किती वेळ
आणि
लागणार?
ऍक्च्युली तो प्रोसिजर तुम्हाला सांगतो एज इट इज तुम्ही इंटरनॅशनल फ्लाईट पकडायला गेला ना 72 hours इज द व्हॅलिडिटी ऑफ द सर्टिफिकेट म्हणजे आता इथं आम्हाला ते त्रासदायक आहे या गोष्टी म्हणजे गोव्याचे लोकांना कोणाला जायचं आहे त्याला करायला लागणार ते 72 hours प्रायर पण एनी केस कोविड नेगेटिव्ह सर्टिफिकेट मागत होते ते आता तुम्ही म्हणता ते 48 hours प्रायर यू हॅव टू डू विल डू इट
गोवा केव्हा अशा पद्धतीच्या उपाययोजना गोवा केव्हा करणार?
हे बघा आज मी मी चर्चा करत होतो चीफ सेक्रेटरी बरोबर मी बी काही गोष्टी सजेस्ट केलेल्या आहेत मुख्यमंत्री बी काही गोष्टी सजेस्ट करणार आणि मी तुम्हाला एक सांगतो स्पष्ट सांगतो हे सगळं करण्याचे मी तुम्हाला मागच्या वेळी बी सांगितलं काही सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन आणि मला तरी पर्सनली वाटतं मोठ्या गॅदरिंग स्विमिंग पूल्स आणि हे जे रेस्टॉरंट 50% त्याच्यावर ठेवायची सध्या तरी एक महिना 1.5 महिना तरी गरज आहे जोपर्यंत हा कव खालती जात नाही आणि स्विमिंग पूल्स तर बंद करायची गरज आहे जिम्स मध्ये 50% पण हे सगळं मी तुम्हाला अनऑफिशियली सांगतो पण ऑफिशियली
ह्या गोष्टी व्हायला पाहिजे होत्या त्या अजून का होत नाही
नाही ते चर्चा करून करतील ते माझं आरोग्यमंत्री म्हणून मी तुमचं प्रेस कॉन्फरन्स घेतलं ते बिझनेस
सीएमकडे तुमचं डिमांड आहे काय
नाही डिमांड तू मराठी करणार मग चॅनल बी बदलले काय म्हणते तसे ते डिमांड हांव करू शकना हांव मुख्यमंत्रीचे कॅबिनेट आणि मंत्री आहा आम्ही सगळ्या गोष्टी काल आम्ही दोघूय बरोबर आशिल्ले सगळ्या गोष्टी आम्ही जे करतात काय कोणी लोकांक म्हाका कोण सांगतलो की विरोधी पार्टीन सांगलं की आमकां खंयचे मेडिसीन खंयचे हे कितें हे कितें PhD केल्ले डॉक्टर आहे, डॉक्टर हांगा बसले चौग जाण. तांकां कितेंच खबर नासता, तांकां विशय म्हणून ते विशय मांडटा. तांकां सजेशन करूंक जाय जाल्यार सरकाराक पॉझिटिव्ह सजेशन करा की बाबा ह्या तरेन तुम्ही करा, आमी तुमकां तेंको दिता. जेन्ना ह्या तरेचे प्रसंग गोंयांत येता तेन्ना राजकारण हाडूं नये मदीं. आयज देशभरात सगळे लोक स्तुती करता प्रधानमंत्रीचे की बाबा तुम्ही बरें काम केलें, आमकां ह्या तरेचे सहकार्य, आमकां ह्यो गोष्टी जाय, आमकां ह्या तरेचे तुम्ही मार्गदर्शन करपाक तुमचे एक्सपर्ट धाडपाची गरज आसा. ह्या तरेचे गोष्टींचेर चर्चा जाता. विरोधकांची चर्चा करूंक जाय की सजेशन कशें दिवपाचें, ते बऱ्यापैकी सजेशन दियात, आमी इम्प्लिमेंट करपाक तयार आहा. पूण कित्याक आमी आमच्या लेवलाचेर आमकां कितें बरें दिसता डॉक्टरांक सगळ्यांक घेवन आमी हें करता. आयज बी आमचे कंटिन्युअस मिटींग चालू आसा. सकाळच्यान आमी कितले फावट मेळ्ळ्या, परत परत आमी मेळत आसता इतल्याच खातीर की कितें तरी बरें जावचें लोकांचें जीवन. हें अशी परिस्थिती केन्ना कोणी पळोवंक ना देशांत, जगांत. आयज जगभर, देशभरांत ह्या तरेच्यो गोश्टी चालू आहा आनी कोविडाचे वाड चालूच आहा, एकदम भरपूर फास्ट पेसान चालू आहा. म्हणून म्हाका दिसता की लोकांनी खंय ना खंय काळजी करपाची गरज आहा. आनी खुबशे बऱ्यापैकी लोक, यंग लोक आमचे कडल्यान पयस गेल्ले आसा. दे पास्ट अवे बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड, नॉट बिकॉज दे हॅव नॉट गॉट प्रॉपर केअर, बट बिकॉज इट इज कन्झ्युम्ड. एवरी बॉडी इज डिफरंट. सो एज रिझल्ट वी शुड बी व्हेरी केअरफुल.
परीक्षांच्या बाबतीत काय निर्णय घ्यायला आता? तुमची सूचना काय आरोग्यमंत्री म्हणून? परीक्षा व्हायला पाहिजेत की
माझी सूचनाचा प्रश्न नाही. मुख्यमंत्री ते बसून आज माझ्याकडे काल म्हणत होते की आज नाही तर उद्यामध्ये आम्हाला स्ट्रिक्ट मेजर्स घ्यायला लागणार. मुख्यमंत्री ते घेतील मेजर्स.
प्लाझ्मा डोनेट करपाक लोक चड प्रमाणात येतात.
नाही, येऊंक जाय न्ही. आमी बी मदीं लूज रावले न्ही, गरज ना म्हणून. तेन्ना तितके रिक्वायरमेंट नाशिल्ली.
फॅसिलिटी ताका बी कितें फाटल्या दिसांनी ताका उपचार बी प्राथमिकता दितले अशें
दिता न्ही. तुम्ही खंयचे प्लाझ्मा पेशंटाक घेऊन आमी आयज तुम्ही केन्ना विचार करिना केन्ना विचार करिना की गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेजान तुमकां 1 रुपया कोण चार्ज करिना. प्रत्येक ट्रिटमेंट गोवा एकमेव राज्य ह्या देशान जे सगळे गोष्टी फ्री दिता. रेमडेसिवीर पासून सगळे गोष्टी, टॉक्सिलिझमॅब पासून सगळ्या गोष्टी फ्री दिता. एक गोष्टी खातीर आमी केमोथेरपी पासून सगळ्या गोष्टी आमी फ्री दिता. एक कितें चार्ज करिना. तुम्ही भायल्या राज्यांत गेल्यार IL-6 चालू करपाचे पयलीं गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेजान तो पयलीं येतालो मनीस आनी सांगतालो 3,500 काय 3,600 रुपयाचो टेस्ट खंयचो तरी लॅब येतालो आनी घेताले. हे सगळे बंद केले. हांवें ठरयलां की सगळे IL-6 आनी D-डायमर प्रत्येक म्हणजे तो आहा बरो ना भितर. तेच्या कडल्यान जर 5-5 रुपयाचे टेस्ट करून घेतल्यार कशें जातले. आमचे गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेजान चालू आशिल्ले. डॉक्टराक विचारा, डॉक्टरान आमी चर्चा करून सांगलें की आमी चालू करया म्हणून. मागीर मोनोपॉली जाता त्यो गोश्ट्यो. लास्टाक स्टेट गव्हर्मेंटान मोनोपॉली तोडपाची गरज आहा आनी स्टेट गव्हर्मेंटान सामान्य मनशाक सगळे तरेचे गोश्ट्यो अवेलेबल करून दिवपाची गरज आहा. आनी ते सरकार म्हणून आमी काम करता. भारतीय जनता पार्टीचो सरकारा आमकां एकूच शिकयला गेला की सामान्य जनतेक त्रास जावं नये तसले प्रकारचे काम करपाक जाय. केन्ना केन्ना कठोर असे निर्णय घेवपाची गरज आहे. तुम्ही म्हणता त्या बरोबर मुख्यमंत्रीकडे आमची चर्चा. काल आम्ही उभे आम्ही चर्चा करत होतो रात्री की जर संख्या वाढणार आहे आम्हाला काहीतरी ताबडतोब करायला लागणार. आणि जर आम्हाला करायला पाहिजे तर इन्फेक्टिव्हिटी रेट आणि चेन ब्रेक करायला पाहिजे तर कठीण असे निर्णय घ्यायला आणि भूमिका घ्यायची गरज आहे. आज आलेला आहे परिस्थिती तशी गोव्यात.
Last year, what was the highest positivity rate that you saw in Goa, and what was the testing capacity then?
Testing capacity last year was much lower than what we have today. Today we will continue TrueNet, we will continue Airport, plus we will get the new machines. 5 machines we are getting of Roche, each having a capacity. Dean has checked it out, the experts have checked it out, having capacity of 900 tests per day. So 900 into 5 is that, and plus the existing TrueNet and Molvio which keeps using. What is the positivity rate last year?
was 750.
No, positivity rate. Now it is gone above.
Sorry, could you repeat that? The rate?
Last year it was around 18 to 20%, what Dr. Disa is saying, but now it has gone beyond 24%.
Total how many beds you have now in GMC? After increasing?
WhatsApp तो लगे.
Today's statistics I will tell you. Today in total patients we admitted COVID patients 47 since morning. out of which 46 all admitted patients are 257. Then ward 122, which is the private ward, means it is free ward. There are 24 patients out of 25 beds. Then 113, there are 56 patients with 40 beds. So there are 16 patients on trolleys and camp cot. In 142, I have 37 patients on 30 beds. Then 144, 42 patients on 30 bedded ward. 145, 46 patients on 30 bedded ward. 146, 15 patients on 20 bedded ward. This is very critical ward, that is, it is like an COVID ICU. So 15 are there. And in 147, 37 on a 30 bedded ward.
And what would be your requirement, additional requirement for the next week, bed requirement?
What requirement?
Bed requirement, much, 7.
We might, if this trend continues,
Yeah.
then we will have to create almost 40 beds every day, new beds, which we are having our plan, because today, as the Honorable Minister said, to convert 121, we will get 30 beds there now. Only there are few patients to be removed from there and they have to be put somewhere.
And how many discharges on a day?
Discharges, today I think we have discharged about 7-8 patients. So I expect after 15 days, because a lot of patients will get discharges, the state of requirement of beds will reduce maybe after 10 to 12 days. Because once they complete 15 days of treatment, many patients can be, and that cycle will continue, we will get admitted. The only thing is infectivity should go down. That is why, again, as sir said, all of us should only tell people at least use masks. And what we have seen is this epidemic, this second wave has got very high infectivity. It has highly infective virus. It is a mutant virus. Looks like a double strain of Maharashtra. It looks like. So please convey to the people that please use mask.
डॉक्टर अशी एक मागणी केली जाते की सगळ्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये किती बेड शिल्लक आहेत, किती रेमडेसिवीर आहेत, ऑक्सिजन किती आहे, याचा एक डेटा त्या तुमच्या पेशंट त्याच्यासोबत दिला जावा अशी एक मागणी केली जाते.
नाही, एक मिनिट, मी उत्तर देतो. काय पाहिजे तुम्हाला?
हॉस्पिटलमध्ये किती बेड अवेलेबल आहेत, किती बेड भरलेले, जसं आपण कोविड केअर सेंटरचे खाली देतो तसे बाकीच्या हॉस्पिटलमध्ये किती बेड भरलेले आहेत आणि किती बेड शिल्लक आहेत तशी
ते करायला काय हरकत नाही. मी सांगतो त्यांना बेड्स आमच्याकडे किती. पण काय आमचं डायनॅमिक असतं का. अजिलो हॉस्पिटलमध्ये मी एक 50 बेडची तयारी करायला सांगितलेली आहे ऑलरेडी. डीनकडे आम्ही चर्चा करताना ते मग बेस्ड ऑन कसं ते ग्राफ उगीच पॅनिक निर्माण करून गरज नाही, पण काही गोष्टी एक वेगळ्या तऱ्हेने हँडल करायची गरज असते. ते काय सगळ्यांना दाखवायचे की बेड फुल झाले, लोक आता मग अननेसेसरी पॅनिक मोडमध्ये. पॅनिक आहेच, लोकांनी पॅनिक मोडमध्ये राहायची गरज आहे. कुठेही फिरायचं नाही, पार्ट्या बिट्या करायची जरा बंद करायला पाहिजे लोकांनी. आणि लोक रेस्टॉरंटमध्ये जाऊन तिथं गर्दी घालतात, सगळीकडे बाहेरून आलेले लोक. काहीतरी कुठेतरी निर्णय व्हायला पाहिजे त्याच्यावर, पण होणार. मुख्यमंत्री करणार, मला खात्री आहे की मुख्यमंत्री योग्य निर्णय घेणार. आणि काय असतं की कधी कधी आम्ही इकॉनॉमिक बॅलन्स आणि कोविड हे सगळं बोलतो, पण आजची परिस्थिती आली की कोविडवर जास्त लक्ष देण्यासाठी आणि सगळ्या गोष्टीवर ऑटोमॅटिकली आम्ही बघा की आजची गोष्ट एअरलाइन्स कॅन्सल करायला लागलेत फ्रॉम गोवा टू गो आउट. देर इज अ इम्बॅलन्स ऑलरेडी इन द पीपल कमिंग इन टू द स्टेट ऑफ गोवा. पूर्वी 12,000 काय 11,000 देत होते, आता 2,000 काय 3,000 यायला लागले. बाहेर जायची संख्या मोठी होती, पण आजच्या दिवशी सकाळी 4 फ्लाईट 4ही कॅन्सल झाले. गो एअर कॅन्सल झाले आणि काय कॅन्सल झाले, रात्रीचं फ्लाईट बी कॅन्सल करून टाकले. म्हणजे सगळीकडे संख्या कमी व्हायला लागली म्हणून त्यांची व्हायबिलिटी नाही म्हणून ते कॅन्सल करायला. म्हणजे तुम्हाला कळलं ना काय परिस्थिती व्हायला लागली की आज तुम्ही रिस्ट्रिक्शन घाला, काही करा तुम्ही. आज जर लोकच राहिले नाही, सगळे लोक आपापल्या घरी जायला बघतात आणि तिथं जाऊन राहायला बघतात आजच्या परिस्थितीमध्ये. आणि सगळीकडे म्हणून बॅलन्स मी सदा म्हणत होतो की सस्टेन बॅलन्स हॅज टू बी देअर. दॅट्स व्हाय यू हॅव टू कीप गोवा सेफ and so that we can have a sustained balance of a model that we can sustain, which we and myself, Chief Minister, keep discussing. And I must appreciate that he has been very supportive. तो परत मुख्यमंत्रीकडे आम्ही चर्चा करून आम्हाला पाहिजे ते फॅसिलिटीज आम्हाला परवानगी दिलेली आहे घ्यायला, म्हणजे आम्ही आमचे सगळ्या गोष्टी आम्ही जागेवर घालू शकतो. हॉस्पिटलसाठी बी काय काय गोष्टी, हे काय आम्ही जे करून राहिलोय हे कधी आम्ही विचार केला नव्हतो की हे सगळे टेस्ट गोवा मेडिकल कॉलेजमध्ये होणार, ह्या तऱ्हेचे मशीन्स, ह्या तऱ्हेचे व्हायरॉलॉजी लॅब आमच्या डीननी घातले, डायरेक्टर हेल्थ सर्व्हिसने आपले लॅब अपग्रेड केले. पण काही असली परिस्थिती असतात, आम्हाला साधी मायक्रोबायोलॉजिस्ट मिळायला कठीण व्हायला लागले. त्याला कितीही सॅलरी ते यायला तयार नाही. आणि मायक्रोबायोलॉजी लागतो ते तऱ्हेचे मशीन, ते रॉस सारखे मशीन चालवायला. असले फंक्शनल डिफिकल्टी ऑनलुकर जो असतो, काय विरोधक जो असतो, त्याला कळत नाही की आतली गोष्टी काय असतात ते. पण आम्हाला इंटरनली काय करायला पाहिजे ते आम्हाला कळतं. मग किती त्रास आम्हाला होतो, आम्हाला त्रास होतो सगळ्या गोष्टीचा. पण तरी बी त्रास काय आहे ते आम्ही बघून घेऊ. आमचे डॉक्टर्स आम्हाला जो सहकार्य भरपूर देतात. मुख्यमंत्री, चीफ सेक्रेटरी सहकार्य देतो, डीन, डायरेक्टर हेल्थ सर्व्हिसेस, आमचे सेक्रेटरी, कलेक्टर्स. आता आम्हाला सगळ्यांना एक टीम म्हणून आम्हाला काम करून टक्कर द्यायला लागणार आहे कोविडचं कर्व फ्लॅट करण्यासाठी.
याच्यान तुम्ही क्लब रेस्टॉरंटाचेर सदांच उलयता आनी तुमी
हांव गोवन उडे म्हूण म्हणना. हांव म्हणटा की 50% केल्यार सोशल डिस्टन्सिंग ऑटोमॅटिकली जाता. कित्याक हांवें रेस्टॉरंट थोडे बेश्टे पळोवपाक गेल्लो कोविडाचें कितें चल्लां काय म्हणून. हांव पळयता ते 100 न्हू, ते 200% ऑक्युपन्सी आसता. ते
सोमते एक्शन घेवपाक
एक्शन घेवपाक ते तुका म्हणपाक सोंपें. ते विश्वीत राणे सांगलें एक्शन घेतलो म्हणून मागीर तूं घालतलो ब्रेकींग न्यूज. तेजे नंतर म्हाका गाळी येतले तशें नासता तें. पूण कितें बरे रितीन सांगूं, यंग हॉटेलियर्साक आमी फुडें काडले. बाबा एकमेकाक तुमी सांगा कोविड चालू आहा, धंदो बी चलोवंक जाय, तुमचे लोक बी सेफ उरोवंक जाय. सगळें आहा की सत्ता आसतना की ते बंद उडय म्हणून सांगलें आपूण अशें करतलो तशें करतलो.
अपेक्षा दवरता न्हू एक्शन
अपेक्षा दवरता, पण लोकांनी स्वताचेर नियंत्रण हाडपाची गरज आसा. मंत्री म्हणून कितें करतलो.
In the second wave, in many parts of the world, people have found that this strain is affecting a lot more younger children.
Yes, it is.
Have you seen anything like
Yes,
that?
we have younger people admitted.
Is there any data to show that more young children or younger, not young people, children, I'm talking about you.
Not children, but younger people. Younger people are being affected.
Earlier it used to be comorbidity plus elderly group above 55 and all. Now we are seeing people less than 45 getting affected, and even the mortality is very high in the young people below 45.
But not children, right?
Children, no, we have not seen common affections in children.
काल किती मृत्यू झालेत? एका ठिकाणी 14 झालेत म्हणून आले आणि बाकीच्या ठिकाणी 11 आले. आणि आज किती
11
मृत्यू झाले?
Expired.
Yes.
काल किती?
काल 11.
पुढे
आज किती झाले?
आज 17.
17. म्हणून तुम्हाला बोलवलं आज.
3 were brought dead in peripheral hospital. Brought dead. एक आहे की सगळेजण लेट प्रेझेंटेशन करतात.
इन्फेक्शन टेस्ट पॉझिटिव्ह. So basically with 17 deaths we have to be very careful. We have to be careful. We have to be very careful. We have to be very cautious. We have to take care. This is a very scary situation which is emerging and a tough situation. I want to know the total number of positive. Okay, so today's rate of positivity is further increased to 34% with 940 cases which are positive.
सर नो डाऊट अबाउट तुमच्या प्रशासनाबद्दल, आरोग्य प्रशासनाबद्दल डाऊट नाही घेत, बट ब्रेक द चेन असं करावं लागेल, लॉकडाऊन करावं लागेल की
मला
सिरियस?
वाटत नाही ते लॉकडाऊनचं मला थिअरी बरोबर लागत नाही. लॉकडाऊन आम्हाला वाटतं, पण तुम्ही काल जर्मनीचं चॅन्सलरचं ऐकायला पाहिजे होतं. ती म्हणते लॉकडाऊन इज नॉट द ओनली सोल्युशन, बट स्ट्रिक्ट मेजर्स अँड इम्प्लिमेंटेशन ऑफ स्ट्रिक्ट मेजर्स आर मोर इम्पॉर्टंट दॅन जस्ट लॉकिंग डाऊन अ प्लेस. There are other problems also with that. You cannot collapse a system just like that. लॉकडाऊन करून ते होणार नाही. आम्ही आज बसतो, मी आता आमचे डॉक्टर्सला घेऊन त्यांचे काय विषय जे आहेत, पण आज तुम्ही बघितलं की 17 लोक एक्सपायर झाले. यू कॅनॉट, इट इज अ इन्फेक्टिव्ह, इट्स अ डिफरंट टाइप ऑफ स्ट्रेन विच वी आर डीलिंग विथ. सो till we are able to deal in that particular manner, we are interacting with all experts across the country. So there is, that's why we said we must take support of the media. We are going to be very transparent. Every week you will have, and also we will every week one secretary health along with dean and director DHS will brief the media on giving you an update. I don't think more than twice a week you require. And in case there are some incidentals that happen suddenly, then we will make sure we pass on the message to you that this is the situation. But today, hearing, I am also sad that, and I have to just sit down with the dean separately. 17 deaths is a bit too much. The 34% positivity rate is very high, and we need to see how we bring this under control. This is a very scary situation in the state of Goa. People should take care. Please go out if you must. Don't encourage your children to go and party on the coastal lines. Please keep them at home. Let them do some other activity, but try to protect your own children, because this thing doesn't spare anybody. We have seen people lose their lives not only in Goa but in different parts of the country. We need to be very strict.
निवडणुकीसाठी सरकार थांबलंय का
हा?
निवडणुका होण्यासाठी सरकार वाट बघतंय का
हो, निवडणुकीचा प्रश्न नाही.
अजूनही चर्चा करणार, अजूनही निर्णय घेणार.
हे बघा, आम्ही जे काय करून राहिलो, आरोग्यमंत्री म्हणून मुख्यमंत्रीच्या सहकार्याने आम्ही सगळ्या गोष्टी जागेवर घालून राहिलो. आमचं प्रायोरिटी ते आहे. तुम्हाला इन्फॉर्म करायला काय परिस्थिती आहे गोव्यामध्ये. मी पूर्वीपासून माझं मत काय ते अख्ख्या गोव्याच्या जनतेला माहित आहे, पण त्याचबरोबर मुख्यमंत्रीला सगळं विचार करून योग्य तो निर्णय घ्यायला लागतो. मंत्रीला बोलायला सोपं असतं, पण मुख्यमंत्रीला बोलायला कठीण असतं, कारण सगळे सेक्टरला बरोबर घेऊन बोलायला लागतं. आणि म्हणून आम्ही कितीही वेळा, आता तो मराठीत नाही तर हिंदीत प्रश्न वेगवेगळे घालून बोलत असतो. काय तोच प्रश्न वेगळा कळत नाही, चॅनल बदललंय का काय झालंय ते प्रॉब्लेम आहे. आम्ही एक टीम आहे. आम्ही माझे ट्विट्स बघा, तुम्ही माझे ट्विट्स बघतो. आम्ही एक टीम म्हणून आम्ही काम करतो. डॉक्टर्स आम्ही सगळे एकत्र येऊन काम करायला पाहिजे.
17 deaths and the 34% positivity.
That's a scary figure.
Yeah, but is that the highest that Goa has ever seen?
Yes. Thank you so much. Doctor, I put the secretary.